New at 5, President Biden using his final days in office to lift Cuba's terrorism designation. It's an effort to free political prisoners on the island. It would reverse the decision made during incoming President Trump's first term. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister is live in Little Havana with what it means and how Cuban Americans are reacting tonight. Anna?
Well, Lauren, the Cuban Americans that I've spoken to just over the last hour, they tell me they are not happy with this decision. They tell me that they're looking forward to next week when they say President Donald Trump, they believe, will reverse this decision. Now, according to CBS News, Lauren, like you mentioned, this is all part of a deal to release political prisoners in exchange for less restrictions between Cuba and the U.S. The Catholic Church facilitated this agreement to take place before Biden left office. Senior government officials, they say there's no evidence based on recent assessments to support Cuba being on the sponsor of terrorism list, but the decision will likely be reversed when President-elect Trump takes office. Marco Rubio, who's nominated to be the Secretary of State, is Cuban, and his family fled the country in the 1950s. He and other Republicans have been outspoken about their concerns with Cuba and its dictatorship, and we heard from locals about Biden's anticipated move.
We're hoping that Trump can resolve this problem because he will have power as president to be able to change everything bad that the Democrats have done, to be able to change it and find a way so that we can find a way for the U.S. to continue being what it is, strong, and so that the ones they put on the list of terrorism need to stay there. How are you going to take them out of the list of terrorism? That government has been killing people there for 75 years.
The Florida Democratic Party also condemning Biden's anticipated decision on Cuba, releasing this statement saying in part, while any return of political prisoners from the clutches of communist Cuba is cause for celebration, the regime's treatment of the Cuban people continues to be one of the biggest human rights violations of the last century. It would be naive to think this is negotiated exchange would signal a change in treatment for the Cuban people. And former President Obama, he also lifted this sponsor of terrorism on Cuba before he left office, and then when President-elect Donald Trump, when he first took his first term, he reversed that decision to uphold them being on that list. And coming up tonight at 6, 7, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock, we're going to hear more from locals and from elected officials. But for now, reporting live from Versailles in Little Havana, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.